quadratic equation. We have some miscellaneous problems here, like 5 of them I have written here. In your textbook, you have couple of them uh, in exercise C or exercise D if you are following Selena publishers. But if you have other type of book, other publications, there also you will see these kinds of questions. So 5 of them I have mentioned here. We'll practice these 5, and I'm sure probably you will be able to do all other questions this type with different values. So going to the first question, it's find the quadratic equation whose solution set is given. So first question, if you see here, they have already given solution set of a quadratic equation 3 comma 5, means they have already given us that there is a quadratic equation with variable x or anything else we can take, with x is 3 and x is 5. So that means x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 5 is already given. So if you remember, if you know factorization method, which is called a splitting middle term or grouping method of solving quadratic equation, it's the reverse of that. There we have a quadratic equation and we split middle term, group and get two values of x. We will do reverse here. So x is 3, x is 5. So I can write it as x minus 3 is equal to 0, taking the 3 to left side, or x minus 5 is equal to 0, right? So these are the two brackets I have, both are equal to 0. Then if you remember, the reverse will come as, that's x minus 3 into x minus 5, both will be equal to 0 because both are equal to 0. So we multiply here, it's x into x, x square, x into minus 5 is minus 5x, minus 3 into x is minus 3x, minus 3 into minus 5 is plus 15 is equal to 0. So looking into the like terms, you have minus 5x and minus 3x as like terms. They can be added or subtracted. So it will become x square minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. That's your required quadratic equation whose solution set was already given. So this is our answer. Next one, again they have given this time x is minus 2 and 3. So for x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to minus 3 is given, we will see this will become x plus 2 is equal to 0, and this will become x minus 3 is equal to 0. So that's x plus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. So that's x square minus 3x plus 2x, and 2 into 3 is minus 6 here. It will become x square minus 1x, 1 we don't write, when it's only x, nothing in between, it's 1x, minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is our quadratic equation which they are asking us to find with the roots x is equal to minus 2 and 3. So first question is complete. Going to the second one, find the value of x if a plus 1 is equal to 0 and x square plus ax minus 6 is equal to 0. So they have given here a quadratic equation from where we need to find x. So we can't solve this quadratic equation directly and find the value of x because we don't know this b. It's unknown here. If you see here, they have already told us a plus 1 is equal to 0, and then we will substitute this a value here. I'll do it. X square plus ax minus 6 is equal to 0, and they said a plus 1 is equal to 0, correct? So a plus 1 is equal to 0 means I can say a is equal to minus 1. Substituting this a is equal to minus 1 in this equation, we get x square plus, in place of a we write minus 1, x minus 6 is equal to 0, which will become x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now we need to find the value of x. So this quadratic equation, we know how to solve a quadratic equation. You can use here any method, formula, or you can use splitting middle term, grouping method. So if I split middle term minus x and multiplication is minus 6 value, get my it will be x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. So if you see, minus 3x plus 2x is giving minus 1x, and minus 3 into plus 2 is minus 6. That's what we wanted. Minus 6 into x square we want is minus 6x square. So on multiplication we are getting minus 6x square, on adding we are getting minus 1. So those are the two values in place of minus 1x. Then grouping, first two terms, if you group, you see x is common. What is remaining here? X. What is remaining here? Minus 3. Then plus is here. 2x and 6, what's common? 2 is common. What's remaining here? X. 2 into what's the minus 6? Minus 3 is equal to 0. You got two brackets exactly same. That's what we wanted. So we'll write x minus 3 in one bracket and remaining is x plus 2 is equal to 0. That's x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 3 or minus 2. This method of solving quadratic equation we have explained in previous video. You can use formula also, where a is 1, b is minus 1, c is minus 6. Moving to the next question. So we got the value of x in second one. Moving to the third one. Without solving, 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Find whether x is equal to 2 by 3 is the solution of this equation. So they have given here one equation, quadratic equation. We have to check whether x is equal to 2 by 3 is the one of the solution of this equation or not. We know every quadratic equation will have two roots, two solution, two values of x. But one of them they have given x is equal to 2 by 3. We have to check whether it's the answer for this equation or not. How we will do that? It's 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. And they said check whether x is equal to 2 by 3 is one of the values for x or not. What we'll do, we'll substitute in place of x in LHS. We will substitute in place of x 2 by 3. Okay. In place of x 2 by 3 minus 2. Will not write equal to 0. We are substituting x is equal to 2 by 3 this in this side and find what is that value. If that value of LHS comes equal to RHS, that is 0 here, then we'll say yes, 2 by x is equal to 2 by 3 is one of the solution. So how do we do it? This is square of 2, 4, square of 3 is 9, minus 2 by 3 minus 2. Now before we can't cancel because 3 was inside the square. Now we can cancel, so it's 3 2s are 3 3s are, so that will be coming 8 by 3 minus 2 by 3 minus 2. If we take LCM here, it's 3. Okay, and this will come 8 minus 2 minus 6. 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 minus 6 is 0, 0 by 3 is 0. So we are getting equal to 0. So this value we got equal to 0 when we substituted x 2 by 3. So we got LHS equal to 0, that's equal to RHS, right? So we got left hand side value 0 and RHS is 0. We got LHS is equal to RHS. So yes, x is equal to 2 by 3 is one of the values of x for this question. So we say yes. The fourth one, if x is equal to 2 by 3 is a solution of this equation, find the value of m. So what are they saying? This time they are not asking us to find whether x is equal to 2 by 3 for this equation or not. They are saying it is, x is equal to 2 by 3. Since this equation x will have two values, one of them is 2 by 3. So we already know x values and you can see here m is unknown. If you remember, I repeatedly say when you have an equation and you have two variables, one of them if you know, you can find other one. So you have two variables here, x and m, but you know the x value, so you can put it here in this and get m. So this is our question. X is 7x square plus mx minus 3 is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2 by 3 for this equation. Substituting in place of x, will substitute x value which is 2 by 3, m into x will come m into 2 by 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Remember, we are not checking in this LHS is equal to RHS or not. We don't need to do that. We just have to directly substitute x because it's confirmed value of x. So here it will come square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 9 plus m into 2 is 2m by 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. You can see we'll simply do linear equation algebra, we'll get the value of m. So this will come 28 by 9 plus 2m by 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So we gotta take to LCM and LCM will come 9. It will come 28 plus 6m minus 27 is equal to 0. Now here 9 was only for 28, 3 was only for 2m, Since 9 was not for all the terms or 3 was not for all the terms in LHS, we can't send it to right side. But this 9 here now is for all the terms. So it's in division, it can go to other side, it will become multiplication. So it will become 0 into 9. 28 minus 27 is plus 1. Okay. So we got 0 into 9 is 0. 1 goes to other side. 6 and 1 has to go to right side and we will get m. But first 1 will go, it will become minus 1. 6m is equal to minus 1. 6m is equal to minus 1. M is equal to minus 1 by 6. So you got the value of m. That's what we had to find. We substituted value of x and got the value of m. Next question is last one here, fifth one. Same thing. This time if you see, we have an quadratic equation where you have mx square plus 7x plus n is equal to 0. They have given us three unknowns in this equation. One is m, one is x, one is n. Okay. So since they gave us two values of x, we can substitute here one by one and get the value of m and n. Why did they give us two values of x when in previous question they gave only one value of x? Remember here only m was unknown apart from x. So we need to know only one value of x, but here two unknowns are there, m and n. So we need to make simultaneous linear equation, because after putting x values you are still having two unknowns, m and n. And when you have two unknowns, two variables, you need two equations. As I said in previous question, if you have one unknown, you will need only one single equation. We have two unknowns, so we need two equations. How we solve this? I'll write the question first. So this is our question. This is our quadratic equation with m and n unknown. X we know two values of x. One by one we'll substitute. So m into x square, where x is minus 3, plus 7 into x is minus 3, plus n is equal to 0. And this side again same thing, m into x square, but this time x is 2 by 3, plus 7 into x is 2 by 3, plus n is equal to 0. So this will come square of minus 3 is 9, 9 into m is 9m, minus 3 into 7 is minus 21, plus n is equal to 0. This will come square of 2 is 4 and square of 3 is 9. So 4 into m will come 4m by 9, plus nothing can be cancelled here. 7 into 2 by 3 is 14 by 3, plus n is equal to 0. So since we don't want denominators, we don't want fractions in quadratic equation, we need to take LCM and it will come 9, 4m plus of this will be into 3, so 14 into 3 is 42 and 9 into n is 9n is equal to 0. Now we can take 9 to RHS, it is 9 division, so it will go to RHS, it will become multiplication. 0 into 9 is 0. So we got 4m plus 42 plus 9n is equal to 0. So you can see here we got two linear equations. One is here, one is here. In both the equations, what is unknown? M and n. It's like in 9th standard you had simultaneous linear equations where x and y used to be unknown. In place of x and y, we have now m and n. I'll write it in most standard way. I'll write m term first, n term second, and then I'll write c term, which is 21. Here also I'll write m term first, n term second, then I'll write 42. Just rearranging. So how can we write it now? We can write it as 9n plus n minus 21 is equal to 0. That's one equation, right? And the other one, 4m plus 9n plus 42 is equal to 0. Can I simplify this further? If 4, 9 and 42 were going in same table, we're getting divided by same number, we should have divided each term by that number, but they are not going in same number. They are not multiple of any similar number. So in short, this is our one equation and this is our another equation. How you solve simultaneous linear equation? You can use that method. I can use substitution method, or we can use equating coefficient method. If I use substitution method, I'll make here n subject because n looks easy to make subject. 21 will go to right side, it will become plus 21, and 9m goes to other side, it is equal to 9m. So we got n is equal to 21 minus 9m. I made n subject here and substitute this value of n in this equation. So it is 4 into m plus 9 into n. But in place of n, we are going to write this because n is equal to 21 minus 9m. This is how we simplify simultaneous equations. Plus 42 is equal to 0. Now this equation you see only m is unknown. Right? 9 into n, we wrote n from here. So 4m plus 9 into 21 is 189. 9 into 9 is 81. 9 into minus 9 is minus 81m. Plus 42 is equal to 0. So you can see like terms. 4m minus 81m is minus 77m. 189 plus 42 is 231. Positive 231 is equal to 0. So this is m here. So you will get minus 77m is equal to 0 minus 231, that's minus 231. M is equal to minus 231 by minus 77. So which will come, if you check, minus and minus gets cancelled and 231 divided by 77 comes 3. So we got m is equal to 3. But we had to find m and n. How we do in simultaneous linear equation? When we get one value, we substitute it back in any of the equation, either here or here or here, wherever you feel easy. Substitute value of m, you will get n, because in that equation m and n is unknown. You know one, you can find other, but best is using this one because n is already subject. So n is equal to 21 minus 9m, and we got m is 3. So it's 21 minus 9 into 3 in place of m. That's 21 minus 9 into 3 is 27, and 21 minus 27 is minus 6. So therefore m is equal to 3 and n is equal to minus 6 are the values of these unknowns. So this was our question. It started from here. We have two values of x. We got two equations, simultaneous equation. We use simultaneous equation solving method and got the two values of m and n. Thank you.